Hi guys, welcome to another FIFA 23 SBC video. So EA have released a Moments Carlos Vela SBC celebrating his hat-trick against Sheffield United in the League Cup in the 08-09 season. You kind of forget that this guy actually played for Arsenal. I believe it was Arsenal for a very brief period before did he go over to Real Sociedad not long after that? I'm not exactly too sure. I know he played there obviously for quite a bit. We've also been given marquee matchups, which actually contains a half-decent completion pack, and also for completing probably the first segment, we'll give you one of those swap tokens, and I don't think we've missed out on any sort of other pack SBC or anything, so we're just going to be covering this Carlos Vela card for today. I'm assuming a Team 2 for Future Stars is coming tomorrow. But it might be road to the final because I think the European games are back, aren't they, from next week? So I'm hoping we're getting road to the final tomorrow, but I think I would have heard something by now if we are. So I don't know what they're doing. But 2 segments to apply from the MLS. Now, of course, we had that Gareth Bale end of an era card during the Team of the Year. We had the Higuain end of an era card a few months ago now. So they were 2 SBC players, really good attacking SBC players. If you haven't completed them, is there much incentive to go and do Carlos Vela? Maybe not. The only incentive might be to actually go and do it might be for the fact that he could be really cheap and therefore is an 88 rated, nice fodder to be able to put into another SBC. But, yeah, Freestyle Weak Foot. I always felt like he was better than Freestyle Weak Foot. Before star skill moves, you can't play him as a right winger. Didn't he always used to be a right winger for Sociedad? I mean, to be fair, we are going back to the 08-09 season, so maybe he wasn't playing on the right side at that point in his career. But left wing, cam and striker, so decent positions for him. Really nice pace, really nice shooting, aside from shot power, but it's still not the worst, I suppose. Really good passing and nice crossing stats, certainly his curve. Very nice dribbling, decent stamina, not the best, but decent. You can't really have it, you can't improve it, I don't think, but it's okay. And then really good player traits. You know what? This is a really good card. The only kind of shame on this card, the only kind of negativity to him is the fact that he's freestyle weak foot. But apart from that, this is a really, really good card. But it's 2 segments to him. I don't know where I'd use this card. I mean, the stamina is a little bit off-putting as a left winger because that position will do much more running than what it will do as a cam or a striker. But I think with the right cam style, I think he'd be a really good striker to have. Although at the same time, you know, with the right cam style, he would be a really good cam. He'd be a really good left winger when you look at his passing stats as well. And his shooting's good, but it's not like out of this world. And you can obviously make his shooting extremely good. You can really bump up that finishing and shot power into the 90s. But I think I'd be more inclined to use him as a cam or a left winger personally. Great player traits to have in him, but ultimately, what does he require? 82 rated with a team of the week and then 83 rated. I mean, that's fantastic. Just like that Timber SBC yesterday, where he was very well priced and then 2 great options. This is actually a really, really good card, but then they've also priced him extremely well. So if you can't fit him into a team or you don't want to use him as a super sub, ultimately it's another great price to be able to throw in your really low end fodder, and then you've got yourself an 88 rated card that you can take into an icon SBC pack, an icon player pack, or anything, you know, like one of the many different live cards that are still available right now. You know, Fabio Vieira, probably not Vanderson. You know, you could throw him into this pack if you wanted to as well. You still got Pogba and Ramos as well, still available for like a good 10 to 14 days as well. So I think that's a really, really good SBC. And when you have a look at other players from the MLS, of course, they don't do the MLS Player of the Month anymore. I think the MLS is currently like a break at the moment, but even when it was kind of still up and going, when FIFA 23 came out, I think they've stopped doing the MLS Player of the Month in general now. I haven't seen like the cards designed for it at all this year compared to previous years. So the MLS in that respect isn't quite as good in that there aren't quite as many promo cards, but there's still been some really good SBC players like that Bale card, like the Insigne card from Rule Breakers as well. But I think this Vela card's really good. It's just a shame that he's hard to link into, but if you have done Bale, there's a good link there to be able to have. And then obviously there was the end of era Higuain from a few months ago at the same time. So I'm a massive fan of that. I think he's a great card. Again, there's the Chiellini. So this is, is this LA Galaxy? Not LA Galaxy, Los Angeles. Is it? It just says LAFC. It must be Los Angeles FC. So there are obviously some really good players from this club that you can fit in on good chemistry. There was that flashback Passo as well. or winter wild cards. I think he must have had a flashback card in a previous year. But on the whole, I think it's a really good SBC. Not the easiest to fit into counter because you just don't see that many people running full MLS teams, which you kind of need to, although you could get great links with him, obviously, with the World Cup star Campos at the same time. But ultimately, really good cards, really well priced. Obviously, just hard to be able to get him, to kind of fit him in, but everyone should be doing him because in terms of the fodder that you need to kind of put in to submit the SBC, it's only an 82 and an 83 rated squad and one team of the week, so it's really, really good low-end fodder. Definitely worth doing this SBC. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.